Hi everybody, feel warmly welcome to Usitility. Today we are going to discover how to play Rage of Destiny on PC. Here you can display it on your screen. We will be able to efficiently download and set up Rage of Destiny so that we can enjoy playing your game on the Windows PC using our keyboard, mouse and large monitor. Then without further ado, let's get to it. Before anything else mates, to start we have to open our main browser. We selected the one we prefer. Let's continue. Going to that URL I'm highlighting in green. Now, you are able to see on the screen of the PC. You don't need to type anything, simply because I provided the link in the description of this video and as well in the first main comment. We arrived right here on the website of Usitility, exactly where we find here a detailed outline on how to obtain Rage of Destiny on personal computer. We browse down a little bit and click on the Download Game on PC button. After clicking on this link, we get to the website of BlueStacks. No panic, it is only the Android emulator that we are going to use to play Rage of Destiny on PC. It is now obvious that we have several advantages of preferring this emulator. Then, we are ready to start downloading the Rage of Destiny by clicking on the button Play on BlueStacks that you can see here in green. Next step is clicking on it. Of course, the download takes no time at all. Here it is, this is the download. It is an executable file. What we have to do is to run the installer, so we have to click on the file. Windows 10 users will be asked for permission to make modifications to the device. We said yes. I reduced the internet browser to find the installer significantly better. The installation software is straightforward. It contains two choices, install, and setup path. I will explain what setup path does indeed. We merely click it, and then we observe that we end up with here the path in which the emulator is going to be set up. If we want to modify this directory we have got to click on this Browse button. Therefore we choose another folder and set up the emulator precisely where we like. To keep it simple, just set it by default. Then, I click on Back. And therefore I simply click Install. Great, the setup begins and it will move forward in the download of these megabytes that are represented on this screen. The time you download it, it is likely to be more or less MB. The data transfer rate will go at a higher speed or slower, determined by your connection and according to the data transfer rate of the emulator servers. Today they're running super fast. The download has been successful, and so right now it proceeds with the setup procedure. The installation will need more or less time based on the strength of your computer. The more efficient it is, the faster the software installation time and or vice versa. If we add together the download and software installation stage it may take a considerably long time, so have patience. It is now finished on my side. At this point, the emulator happens to be started automatically. As you will notice, down here, there's a progress bar that will fill up and once it reaches the finish, the emulator will be started for the very first time. The reality is the emulator was already started. Here it is for the first time. Before we continue on, as you can see now, it has made two software icons there on the PC desktop. The BlueStacks and BlueStacks multi-instance. Note that the BlueStacks software icon is the one we're considering. The moment we want to launch Rage of Destiny on the laptop or computer, we twice mouse click on that icon and therefore start the emulator. The BlueStacks multi-instance app icon is not related to multiplayer or nearly anything like that. The fact is that, it is an app icon that we might most likely never ever use. We should perform the following step, which is a requirement, and this is to access the Google Play Store. As you will notice the Google Play is started. Right here we have to sign in. Right now as soon as we're here, we are required to execute the following step which is imperative. So that we simply click on, Sign In. At this point it shows, Checking Info. It could sometimes get blocked in, Checking Info, that's why it does not progress. In that case, you could attempt to log in after a couple of hours it's going to probably be resolved. At this point we will insert our email and password. The email address must be a Gmail email address and its matching password. For instance you may use the same exact email you're using at the moment in your own YouTube account. Then I will type in my information and I'll return after I have accomplished it. That's all. Details typed in. Here is Google welcoming us and providing us their terms of service. We can accept all of them by simply hitting, I agree. After that, it makes us possible to save to the Google Cloud. You can let it selected and it will build a backup of your files on this device to Google Drive. I will not check it, you do what you want. We click on Accept. The Google Play Store is launched automatically and automatically. To set up the application, we need to visit the emulator desktop by simply clicking that icon indicated in green. Currently that we are watching the desktop of this emulator, we observe that we find here the Install Application button. We simply click on that button. At this point we get the game app. So let's press now on the Install button that I am highlighting now in green color. This will begin the software installation. Now it should download on your laptop or computer and install the video game. It might take quite some time, or perhaps it could possibly be almost immediate. It all is dependent upon on the connection to the web. This has just ended installing. Back to the emulator desktop by pressing this particular button that I'm emphasizing in green, in order to run Rage of Destiny for the first time. Shall we mouse click on that My Games option proceeding? I am by then on the emulator desktop, and therefore we are about to just click this brand new Rage of Destiny icon that was generated. That video game is started for the first time. Currently there we end up with it. I can press anywhere on the screen and also make use of the keyboard. I am going to discuss the volume level of the emulator. It's right here. We have the icon of higher volume and also the icon of lower volume. This way we do not count on the Windows volume to increase or decrease the sound experience of the emulator. As well as to take pleasure in the experience to the maximum, we can switch on the large monitor, for which we have two choices. That is actually the first one. We mouse click on this particular app icon that I'm pointing out in green color. Then the monitor is maximized, offering one border at the top, one at the right and one at the bottom. In the case that we wish to run the game in full screen, we mouse click on this game icon. So we would likely at present be enjoying the video game in 100% screen mode. To get out of the full screen setting, hit the F11 key. And we might now be in regular display screen mode. From now, I am starting to demonstrate you the keyboard mapping that is certainly very enjoyable. This strategy we will likely be capable to play the game a lot more effortlessly. The first task is to press this application icon. It's now time to get the necessary adjustments. I most certainly will leave the standard configuration. However, if you need to modify this, you can do so with no problem. Perhaps you have realized, the emulator is totally in our own language. Sometimes it happens that your emulator is launched in the incorrect language, for example, in Japanese. So to place it in the proper language we browse here to the cogwheel. So there inside of other configurations, we just click the Language drop down. We can pick the language we want, Italian, Japanese, etc. As soon as the language is chosen, we could save. The emulator will reboot, as well as the Android game. Next time we run it, will as well be in the specified language. At this time, there's another information that we must take into account, and this is that we will receive a message from Google Mail saying that a completely new equipment has been linked to this Google account. It will check with us if we're the individuals who have associated with that electronic device. That's right, we shouldn't be troubled, as the emulator is acting as an Google Android device. And then to discover which smartphone or tablet is being emulated, we return right here, to the cogwheel, and we just click on it. Be sure to go here to the Model choice. And here we notice that the emulator is simulating a Samsung cell phone. And so we're going to receive an email saying that a new Samsung device has been connected to our Google account. This is it, folks. So much for that tutorial. I believe you appreciated it, especially that you found it informative. In this case, offer it a pleasant like, subscribe, and any feedback, requests or ideas, put them in the comment box down below. You could also comment things on my Twitch channel. I actually do live streams every once in a while. You get it listed below in the video description and in the very first pinned comment. Simply click on any of those training videos that happens to be showing up on the computer screen and see you in the upcoming instructional videos. Bye.